Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here. Today we will cover the balance changes that came with the summer update, the Oro and Akira update, and honestly not a lot have changed, it's just some bug fixes. Vega got a quality of life change, they changed the input to his Sky High Claw and the EX Sky High Claw. I'm honestly not sure what the change was for, but I've seen a lot of Vega players happy about it, so if you actually play Vega, please let me know why that was an issue. But the only characters that got actually meaningful changes was Rose, which is something that is very good, and I do think her changes are actually very impactful and big. They cover many of her issues in my opinion. The first change she got is to her standing medium punch. This is now +7 on hits. +7 on hit means that she gets to combo into crouching medium kick. So this is now a combo. Pretty nice, because now she can convert from further ranges. Previously she had to do standing medium punch into crouching medium. The range was pretty sus as you can see, but now this is a thing. Very nice. Also it is +3 on block. And this is a really cool change as well, because previously you had to frame trap into crouching medium against 3 frame characters, but you don't get much here, right? Because the crouching medium punch would be +6 on a counter hit, and due to the pushback you can't really combo into crouching medium. Because of the pushback you're not getting that much, so it was a pretty annoying situation versus 3 frame character. Rose had to pretty much frame trap with lights against 3 frame characters, but now standing medium punch into itself is a frame trap against 3 frame characters, right? So now you can do this against everyone, and that is a pretty powerful frame trap, because as you saw you actually get this combo now, and that is pretty nice. Now there is another side benefit to the standing medium punch, and it's now +9 on a counter hit. From maximum ranges you may not get the crouching medium kick as you see, right? Sometimes the crouching medium kick will whiff. Obviously also if they are pressing a button there is some additional pushback, so sometimes it whiffs. But because this is now +9 on hit, you actually get Telunke's super here, right? So if we put 2 and 2 together, let's say that Akuma is gonna be blocking everything. We are from a little bit of a distance. Here we can link a super, so that is a pretty good new conversion for Rose, right? This is a buff that I actually like a lot, so thanks Capcom for this buff. The other one, and this one is very big, is to her anti-air, the Soul Bind. Previously Soul Bind only had invincibility on Rose's head, so only her head was invincible, but the rest of her body wasn't. So if your opponent was doing a deep jump, like for example let's here set Akuma to jumping heavy punch, if he was doing something like that that hits at a lower height, it was very hard to anti-air them, and you had to do the Soul Bind super early, right? But because of this change, now what's he done is that you are invincible up to her waist. So you have more time to anti-air your opponent, right? They increased the invincibility window and improved the hitbox. So if Akuma is jumping here now, I can do it much later and still get the anti-air, right? That is pretty nice. That's a really big change. Now the other change is also to her light punch Soul Bind specifically, and this one is actually really huge as well. What they changed is that now it can hit opponents who are behind Rose. This pretty much means that it's easier for her to hit directly above Rose's head. Notice the angle, right? It's a little bit forward, but if Akuma is jumping above us, notice this, Akuma was actually gonna go over Rose, but she still gets to anti-air with a Soul Bind. This is a very big buff to Rose actually, because previously you had to crouching heavy punch, but now you get the Soul Bind, which means that you get the Oki, and that is pretty nice. Honestly, really big change, ones that I'm really happy with. Also they changed her EX Soul Bind, so that now you can pretty much cancel it into Soul Fortunate or the cards. This have to do with the changes to the cards themselves. Now Rose obviously have multiple cards, 2 of them are debuffs, which are the green and purple. The change here is that you can cancel Soul Bind into the cards. So you can pretty much do this now. You know, you are comboing into the chord themselves to cancel the debuff. Obviously you can also do it into the other ones and build a little bit V gauge, but the main idea here is that you get the EX Soulbind, then get to install the debuff. I'm not sure how big this is gonna be, but it is a welcome change as well. Maybe it's easy. I do like actually the purple card a lot, so maybe this is something that can be good. But I'm honestly not sure on the significance. I think it's better to just go for the spiral for the damage. You don't get that many damage opportunities with Rose anyways, so I'm not sure, but you know, it's a cool change. The other one she got, and this is also pretty big, and I'm gonna cover these two together. The first one is gonna be the Soul Satellite. What they did now is that Satellite will build more V gauge. So if you hit someone with it, you get more V meter. That is pretty good. So here, for example, if we are not having any gauge, if I happen to hit Akuma with it, now she gets double what she used to get before. So that means easier access to V-trigger. That's pretty nice. But the really big change here is that this is even more plus on hit and block, right? And you can cancel into it from any cancelable normal. So you can do like Heavy Punch into Soul Satellite, Crouching Medium into Soul Satellite. Notice Rose is immensely negative, like that was minus 41 on this cancel. The idea here is that they want you to cancel the target combo into the Soul Satellite. And this one should be minus 2, right? So if you do this, this should be minus 2. That is pretty good, because let's say for example that you got them in the corner. Let's say that Akuma is gonna try to wake up with ADB or something, right? If he wakes up with buttons, you actually get to punish him for it. And if he wakes up with ADB, let's now set him up to wake up DB. You are still safe, obviously, right? Obviously here I press the button, but you get the idea, you are safe in this situation. It's pretty alright. I'm not sure how viable that is, because this situation doesn't come up often with Rose, and more certainly than not, you are gonna be going for the big combos in this instant, but it's still a pretty decent change, I would say, overall, right? It's better than it was before, and now it is even more plus on hit and on block. It's gonna be easier to combo into your heavies. If you happen to combo into the slides, you now have a lot more time to combo after as well. So pretty much easier combo potential for Rose, right? And more plus frames on block. That's pretty good. The final change to Rose, and this one I also think is very big, is to her Soul Punish. Now Soul Punish will do more damage if the opponent fireballs through it, and it will knock down if they fireball. So let's here set Akuma to wake up with a fireball so I can show you this. Obviously if you try to do a fireball, notice the Soul Punish will explode, and this pretty much means that you do get a knockdown here, which is pretty good, because now you can do stuff like that. Set up a Soul Satellite, he's gonna get knocked down again, you got another Soul Satellite, now you have 2 of them and you get to do whatever you want, right? It's pretty nice. This is a pretty good change, especially when you combine it with the Soul Satellite change, right? And now with the both of them, it's gonna be very easy to combo the both orbs. It's like a couple of buffs that work together really well. And that is pretty much it for Rose. I do think these are some solid changes. They didn't address her issues in the mid-range. I would have liked to see something done to this forward medium kick, but unfortunately they didn't. But I will say the changes to Soul Bind is very good, and the changes to Soul Punish, this is actually very big. Because if you're playing a Fireball character, if you have this out now, they kinda have to respect you, and having easier time with a Soul Satellite is also pretty good as well. Let me know your thoughts on these changes, if you think they are enough, or does Rose still need more. I think she still needs a little bit more, to be completely honest, but these are some really good changes, certainly heading in the right direction. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon page and the Discord server page in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.